Previously on the Death Saving Bros podcast. You head up towards Dean Doval.
Well, welcome back.
We did collect some griffin feathers that we can use. Are you sick right now or something?
There seems to be a bug going around the school right now. I don't want to get you sick. So many students are falling ill. Our healers have not been able to cure this disease just yet. Perhaps you should go speak to Professor Kane instead. Can you just show me the feathers? I'll go ahead and mark your extra credit right now.
If the only thing that matters is the final exam at the end of the year, where does this extra credit go towards?
Your grades will affect the bonuses that you have when you go into the final test.
I'm gonna need Thad to start attending classes.
Yeah, I thought the only reason you'd want to attend classes is so you maybe had some knowledge going in, not that...
Instead of going in there with no weapons, you might go in there with...
The weapon of knowledge.
No, like weapons of machine guns.
You head down to Professor Kane's office, and he is working on some sort of contraption, and then he quickly covers the contraption.
Why did you cover it up like a weirdo when we walked in?
Because it's none of your concern.
If you wanted help or need a helping hand or another set of eyes, I'd be happy to help.
How fared your trip out to get the griffin feathers?
Oh, that went real well. I got lots of feathers in my pockets now, and I'm gonna start just making it rain feathers like at a strip club.
And I guess, yeah, we'll get on with our days. Does anybody else find it extremely odd that every single person's sick, except for Facum?
In walks Titus.
Oh my...
Too many of the students are now sick. The Pyrocross team is hereby suspended.
Fuck!
So, eat a dick.
I don't know what we do for the next week.
We got three options. We could go boo tight ass's parents, we could go circle jerk,
Both have the same impact.
or we could figure out why everyone is sick. To the infirmary
Or to Titus's
we
house.
go. Not going to fucking Titus's house.
Meanwhile, Milo has decided that he wants to go investigate at the infirmary. Once you reach the atrium, you see a body.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to another episode of the Death Saving Bros podcast. I am your host and dungeon master, Paul Camper. With me today, I have Ben Renfro.
Just want everybody to know that I've been bricked up all week, thinking about recording again with you guys.
You haven't been able to poop?
No, my wiener's been hard. That's the clarification you need.
Matt Smith.
If you were going to do the sex with a mermaid, would you rather have the fish part be on top or on bottom? Answer in character.
Well,
Thad says the fish part on top.
go to Milo next. I don't know.
Moving on, Brad Richards.
That's a great question. What kind of fish?
A walleye.
Like, are we talking like a swordfish or like a bluegill? Like,
Let's say like a smallmouth bass.
can we use one of like the sucker fish?
Oh, they're
like,
cute.
the ones that just...
It's not really a hot fish. You know, it feels like one
Or
of
like,
those.
wait, I guess a mermaid would be out of the sea. So let's say a tuna.
Well, if it was a mahi-mahi, but if it's just like a smallmouth bass, like, I really, I don't think I. But if it's a mermaid, yes.
And Brad Renfro.
How many animals can you fit into a pair of pantyhose? Let's count. You can fit 2 calves, an ass, a beaver, a shitload of hares, 1 camel toe, and a fish that no one can find.
Oh, don't get it.
Forgot about a clam.
I mean,
And a starfish.
You had,
the answer is you can fit a lot of animals into a pair of
you
pantyhose.
had me a beaver. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'll be honest, I don't even know how to move on from that, other than
I
to
gave
say...
him no segue. Yes. Well, I've bested the camper.
Speaking of eating ass,
We are a 5th edition actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, and we are back with another episode, and we're picking up off of a pretty heavy cliffhanger, so let's go ahead and start right away with Milo. Milo, you went downstairs into the Arcthanium on your way to the infirmary to see if you can find out any information about weird happenings that have been going on around the Arcshine from the sole survivor of your previous dorm residence when the final last year went awry. But anyways, that sole survivor is in the infirmary, so you were headed there, while all of your study group members were still upstairs trying to decide what they were going to do next and if they were going to bully Titus for gloating while everybody else is sick.
I believe it was how they were going to bully Titus.
There's no if in this equation.
But the background of everything else that has been going on is that you left the Arcshine on an extra credit trip to go get some griffin feathers to help fix the giant surge, which is the battery that powers the Arcshine. And when you got back, everybody was sick. You don't know why, and that's one more reason why Milo thought that it would be a good idea to go to the infirmary. But when you got down into the Arcthanium atrium, which is the entrance hall of the Arcshine, you saw a body lying on the ground just inside the front door.
Is it dead?
Holy shit!
Was that the big cliffhanger that everyone took off their earphones for?
Yes.
Oh.
Didn't we say we were gonna, follow him down anyways?
Did I find out whose body it was?
You did not find out whose body it was, and the rest of the group did not actively say that they were going to follow him down. I don't believe. There was at one point a statement that you were, and then you went back to, well, maybe we should do something else.
Let's go back to the dorm and wait for it all to blow over.
Yeah, I guess that makes the most sense for,
Have a pint and wait for it all to blow over.
well, for, Manny and Thad and even Dixon, I would think we would all just be Milo just wandered off, and we wouldn't think anything much more of it, and so I'm gonna guess, with us not thinking there's anything wrong, I would either just playing, didn't we say there was, instead of foosball, there was, a Pyrax ball, table in, the dorm?
Yep.
Lobby, so I'd either be trying to, play that with Thad, or, just chilling in the bedroom.
Pause. Little suspect, my friend.
Well, either playing Pyrax ball, or I'm jerking myself off. Fine, I said it, with my trunk. I mean...
That's not what I was getting at. It made it sound like you were going to be in the room playing with Thadward over there.
It's called team building.
Coach told us that, the better teams are the ones that sleep together. So we've been really putting in the hours and the after-hour practices. No, we're not making that a canon thing.
We really need a connection on the field.
We are not making this thing. This has happened to my characters before in other campaigns.
Well, you gotta quit walking yourself right into these
This has literally
walls.
happened to Matt's character and my character in the last campaign. We're not doing this again.
Stop running into gay story arcs fucking full speed.
I mean...
Alrighty. Yeah, so, are we just picking up where I was at?
Yeah, well, Ben and Matt's characters' potential storyline aside, which has been rejected, let's go ahead and pick up with Milo, who is in the atrium of the Arcthanium.
Okay, so, first thing I would like to do is there a distance that my fire spirit is allowed to travel away from me?
On its own, or, teleport with you?
On its own. It just says it manifests for an hour until it's reduced to 0 hit points, or until I summon the spirit again, or until I die. If that's the case, I'm gonna bring out my Toby friend. I'm gonna send him over to get the other guys. Well, actually, that almost doesn't make sense. No, it does. I'm gonna send him to get the other guys, and I'm gonna go and investigate who this is and what's wrong with them. If they're conscious, all that fun stuff. Perform basic first aid treatment, if necessary.
Okay.
Do CPR. They're missing their head.
What do I breathe into?
Stump.
Their neck hole.
Oh God, it worked. Oh no. There's no way to live life. Brought him back without a head.
Well, you still got one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I would rule that you can summon it within 30 feet of you, but your wildfire spirit can go basically anywhere else within the next hour. So I will allow you to send Toby on up to get the others.
As quick as I can.
And then you said that you're going to proceed closer to the body?
Yeah, we gotta check on what's going on with this downed person here. Well, first, hey buddy, you doing all right? Is he unconscious? Is he responding if I yell at him?
You call out, and your voice just echoes throughout the entire atrium. The whole place is empty. You don't hear anything.
All right, the next thing you hear is the pitter-patter of miniature feet as I run over to him to see what's going on.
All right, as you go sliding across the tile floor, skidding to a stop, looking over this body, you see that you recognize who it is. It is Liang.
I recognize him as... who?
No, literally. So sidebar here.
What?
If you look, Paul, when he uploaded episode 1, for us to listen to into our chat, I started listening to episode 1, and one of the first NPCs we came across was this dude named Liang.
You can call him Lee.
Yeah, Lee was his was shortened version, but we just pretty much called him stupid, said we hope that he's not a part of our group, and then he wasn't, and then we haven't heard of him since, so...
Okay.
That rings 0 bells.
Well...
I don't remember this at all.
We kept purposely butchering his name, and then Paul's like, well, you can call him Aang, and Brad's like, I hope he's not the Avatar, or something like that, along those lines, but he was one of the first, it was in the scene when it was hey, all of your guys' names are up written on pieces of paper with who your groups are, and he came up to our group and was like, hey, have you guys figured out your groups yet and stuff, and tried talking to us, and we pretty much shunned him immediately.
You basically just bullied him first day.
We're
Okay.
well, obviously we're standing over here, how the fuck would we have known that? And we just started calling him stupid.
Is Titus the bully here, or are you guys?
Don't ask questions you want to know the answers to.
Titus, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
So anyway, okay, good. So
Also,
we
I
vaguely
shunned
know.
Liang so hard, I shunned him out of my entire memory.
Also, another sidebar. When you say pitter-patter a little feet, does your guy run... Basically, when I picture your character there, Brad, it reminds me of Animal Crossing. And it really gets me every time.
Good. Yes.
Just a little scutter. Are you furry?
He doesn't bend his knees when he runs.
Yeah, it's just like little Lego people.
You'll have to see my extracurricular activities can be discussed extracurriculatively.
I just had a stroke with you telling me that.
I'd like to perform a medicine check on said Liang to possibly determine, if he's just straight up dead, what's wrong with him, if I know that. Medicine check, yes?
Yeah.
Cool.
Check his oil. He's dead.
I rolled an 18 plus 4, 22.
Lee is not dead, but is clearly very ill. Death's door ill.
Injured ill, or he has, something affecting him ill?
How in depth are you inspecting his unconscious form?
Real close.
I mean, just a once, detailed enough, but quickly. So it's I'm looking to see, okay, he's unconscious, he still seems alive. Is there any, injuries on him, any burns, any signs of, is it, he's singed because he got hit with a spell? He's, got purple shit growing off his face.
Okay. You check his pulse, so you know that he's alive. You quickly kind of pat him down, roll him over, check to see if you can see any gashes, bleeding, burns, any sort of malady that would jump out at you, but you do not see anything of that sort. His face is ashen, the tips of his fingers have started to yellow, and his eyes are fluttering as if he were in a terrible nightmare.
So he's got jaundice.
All right, so not knowing exactly what is wrong with him, I'm going to go ahead and cast... I'm guessing it looks like poison or something. If I cast Lesser Restoration, Do I have to, like, know exactly what effect is wrong with him to be ending it? I touch a creature and can end one disease or condition affecting it. So blinded, deafened, poisoned, paralyzed. Like, do I have to know it's specifically poison and then, like, it'll go? Or is it, like...
Yeah, I think you would have to, if there were multiple maladies affecting a creature, you would have to specifically state what you're trying to remove. Otherwise, I will randomly select.
Okay, well, let's just go for a basic cure wounds then.
Okay, you're going to go with cure wounds instead of restoration?
Yes.
Okay, you cure wounds, and it doesn't seem like anything has changed in terms of Liang's overall well-being, but his eyelids do briefly flutter open, and he says, Milo? And then just before he slumps back again, he says, or just before his head falls backwards, he says, Help me.
What happened to you? Slumped.
He has slumped back down.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna keep thinking here until my fire friend gets to the boys.
All right. Well, then let's jump to the boys who are still upstairs. It is going to be quite some time that Milo is waiting because the wildfire spirit has to climb a 100-foot structure, which...
He can teleport.
He can teleport straight up instead of climbing the stairs, and I think he can go through walls too, but even still, that's going to be a couple of minutes to at least go up and come back down. So those of you that are still up in the dorm room playing Pyrax or in your room doing whatever you guys are planning to do.
Team bonding.
While the coughs of your dorm mates are echoing in your ears all around you, suddenly this spirit of fire comes into the room.
When can I time this up? Because I'm still going to be doing things, and since we said I'm waiting for a while.
I guess a while is little aggressive. It's going to be a few minutes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, by the time they're walking back or whatever, like, when they show up, I'd like to be trying to cast the Lesser Restoration.
Okay, beautiful. I will deal with that when they come back down, because that'll probably occur around the same time.
All right, I'm going to go Mike Silent now.
Hey,
Let's not come back down.
Wait, did you say... So the fiery he teleports into the room. Everybody in there has to take a saving throw.
No, we'll just have Toby, like, you hear a poof, and then Toby runs into the room. What shape is Toby in?
A cat.
Hey, anybody else notice that cat over there?
Holy shit.
Were there any cats on this floor?
Yes.
The cat is made of flame.
Oh, so we write.
yes.
It's not just like a normal cat.
Yes, no, it is an animal that is entirely made of fire.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like,
oh, hey, little fella, you hungry?
this is another one of those situations. Is why would we think it's weird that there's a cat in here? And like, I just wanted to make sure, like, hey, if there was no cats, like nobody at school had a cat, then I'd be like, that's weird. But like,
it would be even funnier if Manny looked at this cat that is entirely made of flame and was just like, oh, it's a cat. And everybody else is like, no, that's fire.
Picks it up.
I mean, we are at a magic school. Weird shit happens.
Manny's not. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think I'm cool enough to be able to cast spells through Toby yet, so I can't. do anything.
What if Manny is like the most brilliant book smart person, but totally stupid?
Was he fucking Rain Man?
I mean, he's totally stupid when it comes to like social interactions. Is kind of the goal of this whole thing.
Intelligence 20, wisdom 0.
I don't think he has like no street smarts. I don't think he looks at a cat that's on fire and he's like, "Oh, come here, kitty, let me pet you." Like he's not.
Oh, kitty.
Like, I think I would recognize like a fiery cat.
I would agree with that, but it's a very humorous situation to imagine.
Yeah, let's just
It's a fan art moment.
Every time I have a character, let's make him into Matt's character, or let's make him even more dumb than he needs to be. I see what you guys like to do with my characters.
Don't forget gay.
Well, that's what I mean. Falling in love with Matt's characters.
Oh yeah, that did happen before too, didn't
Super gay. Did I say your character was stupid and gay?
it? Unintelligent and homosexual.
And is Toby do we ever see instances where like Toby has been like wandering away from Milo, or
Not this far, but you've encountered Toby before, and you have seen Toby act independently.
You'd be like, what's that,
so
lassie?
like we've had encounters with Toby when Milo has not been present before. So
Will we? I was gonna ask, will we recognize as Toby specifically?
yeah, or there are like other flaming animals in this
Wasn't it
world.
Like
Like
in a wizard school, I'm pretty sure people would have like
I don't know.
bizarre
Ask it.
pets.
If
It
I-
could just be someone's fire cat just wandering around. We don't know it's
Wasn't
Toby.
he a mouse before?
he can be other different shapes. So he's been like.
He takes the form I wish.
So I guess that's
I wish
just
I had that.
another question is, have we like, are there other flaming animals in this school? Like, do we look around and there's like a cat on fire or a bird on fire or like a dog on fire? Like,
In the
I'd say
school.
none that are trying to get your attention right now, so just continue.
Whoa, that fire cat looks so real.
Brad does, Brad out of, I'm not talking to Milo right now, I'm talking to Brad. Does Toby wear a little collar that says Toby on him?
I mean, it's made of fire, but yeah.
Can he speak?
Not unless I cast a spell through him to speak to you.
I'm just trying to recognize if I recognize that it's Toby.
Recognize a cat that's fully on fire, much like your friend's animal that's always fully on fire.
Yes, and
walks
that's
in
why-
and starts saying, hey, like, he's meowing at you, smacking your face, like, let's go.
Don't make eye contact.
Well, that's why I was coming back with Paul. Are there other flaming pets that wander around the dorm?
No, this is not a common thing.
Thank you. Okay. Well, come here, Toby. Hi, Toby. I'm over there, like, sitting on the couch, and I called Toby over and, like, pat my lap for Toby to jump up and just chill.
And he's made of fire.
Toby does not come to your lap. Toby comes up on its hind legs, goes down, and then scutters out the door.
As most cats would do.
Well, that was fucking
Just be
weird.
like, oh, guess he's had enough.
He doesn't
See
jump
ya,
up
Toby.
on the Pyrex table first and fuck with the ball and knock everything over and just be a real pain in the ass like most cats are. He's just being an actual cat. That's wild.
That's weird. Something's wrong.
Little Timmy fell in the well.
All right. Bye, Toby.
Toby comes back in the room, teleports into the room, and all of you need to make a saving throw.
That's fine.
Damn it.
Again, just like a normal cat. They come back and they attack you.
Over here in the corner, carving a beautiful mural of My Little Pony into my wrist over here, and this fucking cat comes in.
DC 15.
Jesus.
Right.
What kind of?
Dex saving throw.
Fuck.
I rolled a 12.
I also rolled a 12.
Yeah, me too, guys. Rolled a fucking 2.
2, 12, and 12. What happens to us?
2d6 fire damage.
Good. Joke's on you. I like pain.
I thought it was just 1d6.
No, I have it all. It might have increased when when I leveled up or something, but it's all in the D&D Beyond,
Oh, okay.
like where everything's already just right there in front of me. I don't have to think about
Yep, you're right.
it. Either way, I rolled a 9 for damage.
Oh,
Oh, Toby.
Toby, you
Toby,
fucking cock.
that kills people.
Ow, Toby, that really hurt.
I'm gonna pull out my water skin and I'm gonna pour it on Toby.
He transforms into a bear
No, that's...
of his
That
own will.
would be unfortunate.
Gosh darn it, Toby. What do you want?
He grabs your favorite pyrocross ball and just runs out of the door with it or something.
Dick.
I think he already got...
What a
Listen,
dick.
I think he got our attention.
now
when
he got it.
exploded
He
in
got our
face.
attention when he exploded on us.
Whoa. Whoa.
I know, it's kind of sus.
You had my attention. You now have my curiosity.
That's bestiality, man. That's illegal.
We are literally animals.
Yeah, I'm a turtle.
If I don't do bestiality, I think that's even more illegal.
I don't know if that's a sentence you should ever say out loud.
Do our characters have regular...
Does my turtle penis look like a turtle head?
Yeah, do I have a turtle penis or do I have like a human penis?
I think that is a personal choice that you can decide off the air.
So if you were a turtle guy, would you rather the upper half be turtle or the lower half be turtle?
It seems like at least the upper half is already a turtle. So
You just have human legs.
Do you want to be a turtle inside of the shell or outside of the shell? Is everything in the shell a turtle or everything outside the shell a turtle? Then it's like a human body inside the turtle shell.
It's not the shell, man. It's what's inside the shell.
So I have like a zipper on the bottom on my shell.
All right. Guys, Toby, what do you want? And then you said Toby runs out of the room. Stupid fire cat. All right, well, I'll go see what he wants, I guess, if anybody wants to come with.
Yeah, I can take a break from my carving too.
Toby doesn't really, like, wander by himself too much, unless, well, I guess he does, but, like, it seems like he's causing a fuss for some reason.
By fuss, you mean blasting us with infernal
Literally
hellfire?
exploding the room, yeah. And this is usually something that Milo would handle, but...
Right. No,
He
I
starts
guess...
to hiss and his flames like start to like pop.
All right.
Right. No, I guess...
Darn it, Toby.
We're coming.
I guess we could handle this before I tell you guys the important thing I was supposed to tell you months ago, but it's fine, we'll go.
You look in his notebook, it's just written over and over again. We are the Surge, we are the... It's all he can write now. It's taking over his mind.
Just been carving it into his arms and stuff, but he has never said the words.
We are the Scourge. What does that mean?
The splurge?
The Splurge?
It's turned into telephone.
All right. Well, we so we bookmark everything. Bookmark what you got to tell us, Dixon, because I'm curious if there was something you were supposed to tell us months ago that you haven't yet. And if it's information about the final that you're withholding, I'm going to strangle you with my trunk.
Joke's on you. I like it.
You say months, but it's only been like a week.
It's been days.
Toby bites your ankle.
All right, I kick the cat, and I say, I'm coming, and I start to follow Toby.
Dixon said that he was also going to follow is Thad.
Thad is also following the puss.
And he's also following the cat, too.
The three of you wind up getting down to the Arcthanium atrium, just as you see Milo raise his glowing hands and then press them into the back of a body that is laying on the tiled floor near the front door of the atrium.
Holy shit, Milo's killing someone!
Nice.
I pull out my gun.
I forgot you have guns. That really... Whoa.
Milo, what are you doing?
Oh, thank God you guys are here. How I just found someone passed out here. I don't know. He said help me, and then he's passed out. Do you have a potion for this?
I'd like to see
Actually,
if
did anything
Milo...
happen when I touched him?
Once you cast Lesser Restoration, you guys have this quick exchange, and then Liang's eyes open, and he says,
Oh God, he promised he would help me.
Who promised? Somebody bring him some water. Come over here. Who promised that he would help you with what?
And I run in closer, too, to, like, the body in the situation.
Lee, I can't help you. I take his head. I put my hands on either side of his head, and I go, I can't help you unless you tell me what happened.
Help me help you.
And then I can steal your soul. Oh.
Don't listen to this guy.
Well, I went to Professor Kane because I'm already falling behind on my schoolwork, and
Probably because you're an
Could have
idiot.
seen that one coming. Go on.
Nice.
and he said that he would help me with my schoolwork, but that he was working on the surge. So, I went down to meet him in the surge room, and then I was attacked from behind, and I blacked out,
Nice.
and then all I remember are needles poking me, and I remember flashing lights, and I felt like everything was being sucked out of my body, like I'd never feel happiness again. Wait, that's another movie.
God, the Dementors.
Are you talking about D&D or R. Kelly's book? Because by God, would I read the shit out of that?
Did you see who or what attacked you from behind?
No, I woke up, and I was sitting right where I was in the surge room, and I managed to stumble upstairs, and then I passed out.
Did you feel claws?
Did you hear anything?
Big, meaty claws.
I told you what I know. I felt needles, I saw lights, and oh God, I feel weak.
And he collapses.
God damn.
I'm going to pull out one of my elixirs. I don't know why everybody's laughing at that. Well, I know, because it's fucking...
Gotta pull out, 5-second pause. One of my elixirs.
What the? Stop stabbing him.
Once I stop doing this.
This'll wake him up for sure.
Oh, is that Ninja Brian? Oh, you're stabbing me.
I'm pulling
knife?
out one of my experimental elixirs, and since I didn't actually prepare any, it's just my daily morning concoction that I have no idea really what it does. And I'm just going to be here, take this, and I'm gonna kind of tilt his head back a little bit and force it down his throat.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Sounds like he's already been through that.
And yeah, so I rolled to see what that random one was. Don't worry, guys, it's not flight. His body doesn't just fly up and hit the ceiling or anything like that, so that's good.
I didn't even have the time to warn you that he was probably fine now and just needed to sleep it off.
Well, it's resilience, so he gets +1 to his AC for 1 hour.
Okay, well, let's test it out.
But, I don't, so nobody here knows, I don't even really know what this does. With my experimental elixirs, it's literally just a random concoction. So, I just pour it down his throat and wait to see what happens, and I don't think that I would see any physical changes for his AC going up. Be yeah, don't worry, I got the right thing right here for it, and I just pour it down his throat, and then I sit back and wait.
You see nothing happens, and you're it worked. He's dead.
He seems slightly harder to hit than I would think.
His jaw got thicker.
I just take a step back and nod, and hopefully everybody else in the group is yeah, that must have done something. But I don't know how much you guys know about my first elixir of the day being pretty much utter bullshit, or if this whole time it's I don't know if you guys would actually know that it's always a random elixir, because I always act like I know exactly what it's gonna do. So yeah,
well,
you guys are none the wiser. But
so keep that information to yourself. Then we won't know.
well, I was definitely out of character, so
Yeah, but now I know.
that's fine.
Hey everyone, sorry to be coming to you so late for this episode. Well, actually it's still July 12th in some areas of the world, but hope you're enjoying this episode so far. I'm your Dungeon Master Paul, and these are the announcements for this week. If you've been following us on social media, you'll know that we promised an announcement that you wouldn't want to miss. Well, let me amend that to 2 announcements that you won't want to miss. I will be sharing them with you during this mid-roll and to the larger audience on social media this week. But first, I want to take a moment to thank our patrons. While this episode is hitting the main feed later than normal, our patrons were able to listen to the episode yesterday on patreon.com/deathsavingbros. Of course, it didn't have all of the lovely music or this wonderful mid-roll, but the point is that you too can get early access to episodes by becoming a patron at the $10 tier or higher. We normally post a week in advance. Of course, we also have other tiers, starting as low as $2 a month, and that will get you access to all sorts of things, including bloopers, pre-show banter, extra episodes, and more. And then, if you decide that you really like this show and you want to support us at the $25 tier, you'll even get exclusive swag twice a year if you've been a member for at least 3 months before that fulfillment period. Speaking of which, the 2023 June fulfillment items have been finalized and will be shipped later this month. That's July 2023. But the announcement of the swag will have to wait for now, because I want to take this moment to shout out our current patrons that support us financially and have made this show possible. Those who have joined our Patreon at the $5 tier get a shout out at the end of the episode, but the following individuals have pledged to support us financially at the $10 tier or higher, so they get their supporter shout out right now. Ryan Cushman, Gene L. Jackson, and Gavin Knox. Thank you all for your support. So, now that we've taken a moment to talk about how awesome our Patreon is and how cooler our current patrons are, let's get to those announcements. Announcement number 1. You've been waiting for it. We've been excited to make it real. We are releasing merchandise for Thy Apothecary Courtship. That's right. Dixon's favorite band is going to reignite the high school angst in all of us, because the band's merchandise is now a real thing that we can all proudly wear and share with the world. To join Dixon in supporting Thy Apothecary Courtship, or not, because it's like, whatever, check out our Redbubble at redbubble.com and search Death Saving Bros. And then, here comes announcement number 2. To celebrate our 10th episode of Season 2, that's right, next episode is episode 10, we will be running a giveaway for our listeners. You will be able to win a Thy Apothecary Courtship t-shirt and a set of dice. While the dice will only be available to U.S. entrants, the t-shirt will be made available internationally. So, if you want to win, make sure to keep an eye out on our social media pages in the coming weeks, and above all, tune in to episode 10. Now, I've gone on long enough. Thank you for being here, and thank you for keeping up with our adventures. Without further ado, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
But did you hear what he said? He said he was talking to Professor Kane, and Professor Kane just told us that he was in his room by himself the whole time, not causing this.
No, Kane. He said he went to visit Kane in his office, and Kane said he'll meet him down here to help. Or, like, give him extra credit and study, or, like, whatever, and he told him to come meet him down here, and we just saw Kane in his office, which means, like, it very well could have happened that, like, he went to visit Kane, and Kane was like, hey, yeah, I'll meet you down there, like, I'll be down soon, and, like, we caught Kane right after that, and...
That goblin thing got him.
And something else probably got him in the meantime. Kane is still in his office, so, I mean...
Or
should have followed the
you're
pipes.
on Kane's dick, and he totally did it.
Whoa, hold on.
There's a whole...
I mean, there's no evidence of, like, a monster attacking him. Like, he doesn't seem beat up.
Yeah, but, like... I don't know, Professor Kane has not been nothing but helpful, like, to me and even to us, like, letting us, like, try and do extra, like, work and stuff like that so that we can get extra credit, but, like, every time I've, like, sought him out for extra, like, tutoring and studying to stay at the head of the class, he's always been more than willing to help me, and he's never, you know, tried to kill me or anything like that.
Well, since he's such a good guy, maybe if we bring Lee here to him, he can help us fix Lee.
But that's exactly what someone who wants us to be the Surge would do.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
No, like, rewind. What did you just say?
That's exactly what someone would do if they wanted us to do their stuff for them.
You said if they wanted us to be the Surge?
No.
They wanted us to beat the Splurge?
That's an idea right there. I like where you're going with that.
What do you mean be the Surge? People aren't Surges, we just got the feathers for them.
What now?
My head hurts.
I already beat the Splurge every night.
I can hear you.
I've built Surges before they, like, I don't know what you guys are trying to, like...
I'm trying to figure out what he just said. You heard him just as well as I did.
Who said what?
Lee starts coughing.
He didn't say anything. He's unconscious.
See, I knew that was the right elixir for you.
Go look down at at Lee and be like, "You guy, are you all right now?"
Did you ever see Professor Kane?
He's unconscious again,
Damn it.
but he is coughing, and
Well, let's sit him up or roll him over or something.
you roll him over, and you can see blood on his lips.
Oh, what was that potion?
It
Potion of
should
bloody
have
lips.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration again?
it should have helped. He's fine.
I need to undo whatever you did. And
He's
then rub my hands together.
obviously not dead. He's coughing. It's fine. Listen, here, why don't we go and do this? If you guys are all like suspicious about Professor Kane, we just saw him in his office. Why don't we, pick up Lee and take him to Kane's office and see if either A, he could help to make sure he gets better, or B, I guess answer any questions. But
Okay, well, you're going to stop talking because I'm going to stop this guy from coughing up blood currently.
he's
I
fine.
know how to fix him.
I do the thing, Paul.
You cast Lesser Restoration?
Yeah, I do the thing.
I take his soul.
Okay, so the first time you cast it, I let that happen without any consequences because you do have a surge in your pocket. However, I need you to roll a magical focus because this is a second level spell.
Is that just like a D20 you're talking?
No, so if you recall, our magical focus is a D100 roll, and the DC is going to be your spell casting score plus your character level plus your proficiency minus the level of the spell. So what score do you use to cast spells?
My wisdom, 18,
Okay, so it's 18 plus your character level, which is 5 now,
23.
plus your proficiency.
4, I think.
No, just 3, right? For straight up proficiency bonus?
Yeah, your proficiency bonus.
It's my,
Yeah, it's 3.
My initiative.
No, it should be just +3 because we're level 5.
Okay,
Okay, and then minus the level of the spell,
-2.
which would be a total of 24.
Yes.
Okay, so
Quick question. Does he have a surge on him that I can just use?
Lee does not have a surge on his body.
God, this is why he's failing.
So you rolled,
I rolled a 33.
okay, so you rolled a 33, which means that you failed. You rolled higher than your target.
By a degree of 9.
Exactly. So you're still within 1 degree of failure, which means that it will still happen. It's just not as potent or powerful. So in this case, I would say that whatever effect you, like if he's poisoned, you would be able to cure his poisoning for a certain amount of time. But it appears that Lesser Restoration does not have any effect this time.
Okay, well, that's neat. Good to use my surge for that. The wall, can you carry him?
I can.
Excellent.
I give him a scoopy scoop.
And we've come to he's stable, right? Do you need me to?
He was stable until you poured that concoction down his
No,
throat.
the elixir that did nothing but help him. Trust me.
I'm the medicine man here.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm the elixir man, so don't question the elixir. But
I hate you so much.
Maybe we should take him to the school nurse.
well, yeah. Well, I guess that's the thing we need to decide. Do we want to take him to to the infirmary where he could get better?
You
Get
find
treated?
someone possibly attacked. Your first thing is take him to
The guy that we think
the
tried
guy that
to kill him.
potentially attacked him. Be like, did you do this?
all right.
I
Listen,
like that plan. It's a good plan.
Infirmary might be a better idea.
Dixon, you woke up and chose violence today, didn't you? All right.
Look at my wrists.
So we drop him off in the infirmary and then go question Professor Kane.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I guess, can I do a quick check to see if he's just got a burst of life again and he coughed, or if he coughed up blood and now he's dying again? Do I know if he's stable and still needs more healing, or do you need me to do a check for that?
I would need a medicine check, and you can do it with advantage because Milo had a baseline medicine check.
And he continues to yell at you that, yes, he is bleeding from the mouth.
No, he's just been healed so much that he has so much
It's
extra life
overflowing.
force in him now.
It's like, can I tell if he's bleeding from the mouth? Yes, you've been being told that in the last
Alright.
10 minutes.
I did roll a non-natural 20.
Okay. So you recognize that your elixir did not harm him, and the Lesser Restoration the original Lesser Restoration that Milo cast did seem to get rid of an effect, potentially poisoning, but there is something other that is still ailing him. He's stable in terms of he's alive, but there is something else going on that is causing him to deteriorate further.
I don't know why I need to save his life, but I'll cast Dispel Magic.
No. That's all I need to know. I just need to know if, like, hey, he was, like, still rapidly declining. I need to, like, shove a healing potion down his throat real quick, but it sounds like he's stable enough that we can get him to the infirmary and let them handle it.
We need to take him to Kane. How are we supposed to interrogate somebody without the key piece of evidence?
I mean...
We take him to Kane's office. We toss him down on the ground. We grab Kane. We shove his nose in it and go, "Bad, you did this."
Well, can't we just, like, walk up to Kane and be like, hey, we were here and saw this happen, and they said that you were supposed to be meeting him there. What happened? Like, we can't just, like, ask him the questions. Like, you think we actually have to bring a crippled body to him?
It would probably help our argument, yeah.
Can anyone transform themselves?
Well, what if... Okay, let's take him... Let's do this.
Disguise self, anything like that. We can just look like the crippled body of this guy.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we take him to the infirmary, and then we go get Kane and bring Kane to the infirmary so he's getting his care, and then we bring Kane with us to show him.
Do you have rope?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we always got rope.
Then, okay, this is a
I
good
have
plan.
magic rope that actually, like, ties itself around people.
I also have a vine whip.
Anybody have a bag?
Yeah.
I have magical pockets that I'm sure he can fit in.
Okay, well, this plan's just getting better and better.
Wait, can I carry people in my pockets since it's, like, boundless?
No.
Okay.
If we try hard enough. Well, we know that it'll fit
I pulled an elephant man out of my pants.
We know that Kane will fit in Dixon's pants, considering an entire wolf did.
There's a panther.
An entire panther fit in Dixon's pants, so I'm sure a human can.
Well, no, a tiny ball fit in his pants, and then the ball transformed into a panther.
I forgot I have those. Thank you.
I have 2 tiny balls. Thank you for reminding me. I'll have you know.
So what I'm saying is his pants, lot of room.
As we just discussed with my 2 tiny balls.
Yes, for your 2 tiny balls.
However, we need a rope and a bag to bring Kane to the body.
Yes, the plan here is simple. Bring Lee to the infirmary, and then we're going to go get Kane. We're going to ask him to come with us. If he doesn't want to come with us, we might need to use force, and to which we have supplies to do it. Everybody on board with this?
Yes.
Sweet.
All right. We dropping him off, Wall? You got him? Is he already there?
I'm scooping. We're going, I guess.
Okay, so you guys leave out the front door of the Arcthanium, and you start heading towards the infirmary, which is due north. You
any single other person along the way that looks sick, we're not even bothering checking them. We're just gonna scoop it, throw it on top of the wall, and keep moving.
You don't see any more bodies. What you do see is you're passing along a boulevard that has trees arching over it. It would normally be like full of people and really bustling and picturesque, but the trees have started to turn towards, the colors have started to turn, and nobody is outside. There's nobody playing pickup Pyrocross or enjoying the last few warm days of summer. The campus seems to be deserted, and you guys book it all the way to the end of the boulevard, where you come across a long, wide building that is what you know is the infirmary. It's the place where a lot of lectures and lessons for House Mirvita happen, and the symbol of the house is carved in stone above the door, a dagger-pierced heart. And then you also see the words Vita est numis mortis, which you know are the words of the house, like the motto. And then you burst through the doors, and inside there's a male elf and a female dwarf, and they're standing behind a desk with bags under their eyes. They're shuffling papers back and forth. It looks like a tornado blew through here, and they're just trying to pick up the pieces. And when the door bangs open, you see the female dwarf look up. She's got bags under her eyes, and she looks at you, and she is just like, oh God, another one.
Another one.
And that's where we'll end this episode.
Oh, I want to keep going.
Well, that's on you.
I say I want to get to talking to Kane. I got questions for him.
That's out of character on you as Brad Renfro, if we can keep going or not
I'll keep going.
with the time. Unless that's where you wanted to end the episode, Paul, with like planning, and you think that's a good spot to end, then I guess.
It actually is a decent place to end. Otherwise, we're going to wind up getting into probably like another 20-minute conversation with somebody.
You mean a 40-minute conversation?
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to turn into 40, 45 minutes, no problem.
No, he's saying normally it would have been like a 3 to 5 minute conversation, but we're going to make it 20 minutes? Or is it going to be a 20-minute conversation that we're going to stretch into an hour?
It would probably normally be like a 10-minute conversation, which I am stretching to 10, or stretching to 20, so that means that it would actually be 30.
But are we having fun?
I mean, I just want to make sure, like, I don't know how much Paul ended up prepping for tonight, and like,
It's called
planning-wise,
Beat the DM. Let's do it.
and I'm available for it.
Yes, we have another one, man. We've noticed that...
Well, what do you mean another one?
We're going to end it there.
Okay.
It's a good stopping point.
She was just singing along to some DJ Khaled.
That's fine. We could do a 30-minute Patreon segment of when we all go to Titus's mom's house and actually live through all of that.
I'll play Titus's younger brother.
I thought you were going to say, I'll play Titus's mom.
Well, somebody has to be the mom, someone has to be the sister, somebody has to be the brother, somebody has to be the dad, and then so that's how we would all have to play two characters, essentially. Our own character and plus one of his other family members. I'm saying that can make some great Patreon content.
Yeah, so we are going to go ahead and end it there. It's a good cliffhanger, and we'll hopefully bring you back for another episode. If you enjoyed this episode, we encourage you to head over to patreon.com/deathsavingbros, where you can find more content that is Death Saving Bros related, including bloopers, conversational recaps, and lore episodes that explore our NPCs and characters' backstories. If you would like to keep in touch with us in between episodes, you can contact us on social media at Death Saving Bros on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit. I am personally available at HP Camper.
You can find me at Benfro15.
I'm at Ima_B_rad.
Reddit is a thing that you can message me on, which a couple people have, which is nice.
Find me on the PlayStation Network as FATT-Smith.
And to all those of you who are in your cars, in your homes, or wherever you may be, hopefully not in the infirmary like Liang, keep saving those death throws, and we'll see you on the next one. This episode was made possible by our patrons. The following individuals have pledged at the $5 tier. Tad Corsi. Thank you for your support.